What up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Jorge Masvidal, the new BMF of the UFC. For the love of sports, let's talk about it.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy, niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. Fuck how niggas feel, I'ma talk.
Alright, so you guys know what time it is. It's mastermind time. That's right. And we talking about Jorge Masvidal. Was a great fight, man. I do wish we could have gotten the full 5 rounds in that fight. Nate Diaz suffered a bad laceration over the top of his eye and then a pretty good gash underneath. It was right on the same side. And so the physicians, the medical doctors felt that the fight should be stopped. It became too dangerous. And, you know, I hated to see the fight stop. Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz themselves, they wanted to keep going. They didn't like to see the fight stopped. And, you know, it was 2 more rounds left in that fight, guys. So we don't know how this thing could have played out. We do know that Nate Diaz is excellent when it comes to submitting fighters. I believe that Jorge Masvidal was gassing just a little bit. And, you know, going into those championship rounds, that plays part and plays right into Nate Diaz's hand. This guy has a hell of a gas tank, and he can submit you. You know, Jorge got him down on the ground a couple of times, but he couldn't do very much damage to Nate down there because Nate's extremely dangerous. But to stay on topic, it's time for BMF title defense. And old Dana White, one thing about Dana White, he puts on these fights that the fans want to see. And with that being said, Conor McGregor could be Jorge Masvidal's first title defense for that BMF, bad motherfucker of the UFC. So when we look at this, we know that Conor McGregor suffered a beat down by Khabib. You know, Khabib beat him down, beat him up, you know. But the thing with Khabib is he's a masterful fighter. He's a great wrestler. Probably one of the best, especially at that size in the game right now. And I said one of the best guys. But he's also a very well-rounded striker, and people didn't give him credit for that. And that's the type of fighter that it takes to beat a Conor McGregor. Because when we talk about Conor McGregor, even though he took the beat down, let's not disrespect Conor McGregor and what he brings to that octagon. He's one of the best strikers we've seen come into UFC. He has a lot of power, and he will put you down. This is his strength, striking. Conor McGregor also has excellent takedown defense. Khabib was able to get him down, but again, Khabib's a masterful wrestler. So, you know, we all know eventually he was going to get Conor McGregor to the ground. When we look at Jorge Masvidal, he's really decent in grappling, but he's not one of these masterful wrestlers. And so you look at what these guys can do. Conor McGregor and Khabib are, you know, that matchup was a different matchup, okay? Jorge Masvidal is not going to be able to take advantage of Conor McGregor the way Khabib did. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to just get Conor McGregor to the ground. He's going to have to knock him down. And Conor McGregor's excellent with the stand-up. And I would actually say, in my opinion, Conor McGregor is probably the better of the strikers. This is a very interesting fight. You know, Nate Diaz himself hit Jorge Masvidal with a couple of shots that stunned Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal has a good chin, and he got shook, but he said, all right, good one, let's go. I don't think he's taking those kind of shots from Conor McGregor. And vice versa. These guys are two excellent strikers, and this brings a lot of excitement to this fight. And I think that this is a very, very good title defense for Jorge Masvidal, the first title defense for that BMF belt. Dana White is not shy in making these fights happen. He's somewhat of a dictator there. It's not like boxing where you have all these sanctioning bodies and, 100 belts and promoters and networks all in the mix of getting these fights to happen. No, in the UFC, it's Dana and Dana only. So if he says you fight, you fight. If you don't, you get the hell out of here. And that's one thing that's good about the UFC. We get the fights that we want to see in the UFC. So this fight is pretty much on the horizon. So with that being said, who do you guys believe wins this fight? Jorge Masvidal or Conor McGregor? I think it's an excellent matchup. Neither guy has to worry about too much groundwork from the other. These guys are going to be striking it out. Jorge Masvidal likes to stand up and strike. Conor McGregor likes to stand up and strike. I believe Conor McGregor is probably the superior kick artist. His kicks are probably a little more dangerous than Jorge Masvidal. And Conor McGregor's probably a better striker, but Jorge Masvidal's a dog, man. He has a good chin, and he's going to give Conor McGregor all he can handle, and vice versa. But who do you guys think wins this fight? That's the question. That's the topic. That's the mastermind topic for this week. Who wins that fight between Conor McGregor and Jorge Masvidal? Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you know when I drop these videos. And hit that like on your way out. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened?